Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the AWIHL, brought to you by Sportscast Australia on the YouTube network. It's time for our exhibition game between the Perth Inferno and the Melbourne Ducks. The Ducks head west for the first time as they take on the Perth Inferno. My name is Todd Morris and I'm joined by none other than Andrew McDougall. Doogie, welcome.
It's good to be here, mate. Very excited for this one. These two teams, obviously we know the Perth Inferno, the quality they've got in the season they're having in the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League, but the Ducks are trying to find their way, and as you said, mate, they head out west for the first time and pit themselves up against the Inferno to see how they match up.
It should be a great game to see. Earlier today, obviously, was a great one where Adelaide Rush took on the Brisbane Lightning. They won 4-3 in a nail-biter. The Rush do sit at top of the ladder at the moment. They're playing some really good hockey, Doogie.
It came down to the wire in the end as well. The Rush got out to a strong lead, and then Lindsay Clinic with a couple of goals and one brilliant goal, and then a late goal to LaPlante as well, really tightened things up, and it came right down to the wire. But the Rush were able to hold on. A terrific goal from Tiffany Venning as well, her first for the season. So I think, Todd, it shows if you're not on your game 100% of the time, anything can happen.
I really do feel that Brisbane are one of those teams that they could cause some trouble on the grand final weekend, which we'll talk about a little bit later in the coverage. That one's stolen away. The first attack here for the Ducks as they look to go on net. Should be an interesting setup here. A great exhibition. So a couple of players get a couple of looks for the Inferno as well. They may not start. So we'll talk about those throughout the game. Here come the Inferno on the attack. This is Malcolm in the corner. Carson in defense there, trying to negate that one. That just stays ahead of the blue line. That was very close to offside there. Here's Rammer. We go across the back. Klosick, that one's stolen away. Del Basso, who's been brilliant in the last couple of games for the Inferno. Still in the attacking zone. That one goes across the face. Here's Scala. Having a tough time with that one. They'll work that one out wide. Shot fired. That one's saved. Just out the front. And of course, don't adjust your sets, ladies and gentlemen. The Perth Inferno are in their light blue. These jerseys will be auctioned off for charity. And shot fired, and it's there, and it's home. An early one for Del Basso, who just went whack.
Well, you mentioned Del Basso just before, Todd. A sharp shooter and starting to find the back of the net since coming into the Inferno roster. And if you're a Perth Inferno fan, and even if you're an opposition team, as we see here, just a nice little wrist shot from that right circle. Del Basso getting hot and finding the back of the net. It's quite scary for the oppositions as we head towards the finals, but a big bonus for the Inferno to find more scoring options.
Yeah, it certainly is. A lot of their scoring options have been through that, well, this number one line, but Del Basso just adding to that makes it even more scarier. There's Acker working away, brought to her knees, got it to Ferguson, who happy to dump it and go low. Onto the half wall and defensive end for the Ducks as they look to work their way through. Newman tried but couldn't. Here's Gallagher with it in the middle. We're trying to work this out. It looks like we're going to have a penalty here. It's going to go against the Ducks as well. As you see the official with the arm in the air, but it's Webb. The goaltender will make a way off, and that looks like Vivian Vu, judging on those pads with the fire flames on it. My favourite pads of the whole league, Vivian Vu. Great to see her get the start today against the Ducks. And there is that whistle for the penalty. Did you see it at all, Doogie? I didn't see that one.
No, I didn't, mate. No, and that is Vu in net for the Inferno. I did have a bit of mail come through today that Vu would start. And for the Ducks, it's Janelle Carson in net. And we do know Janelle Carson, who was the hero last season for the Melbourne Ice in the gold medal match. And that is Del Basso's 5th goal of the season as well. So starting to rack them up.
Lovely. Del Basso is certainly racking them up at the moment. Great to see Vu in net for the start. And these exhibition games have given the teams that they're playing an opportunity to start a few different things and try a couple of different things. That pass across, Scala couldn't quite get it on the one time. Goes across the face there, and now the Ducks will look to repel out of defence, but they're met by the tough forechecking game of the Inferno here. That one backhanded, that one saved. Now into the corner here. Jackwicks trying to get rid of it, but couldn't. Del Basso happy to keep it forward. Now go into the corner. Scala has Del Basso out in the blue, calling for it. Here she is, winding up, looking for it. There it is, shot fired, saved. You're going to have to do a lot more to get past Carson than just that.
Just giving Del Basso too much time up at that blue line. Just no pressure to try and force a pass or force a shot from Del Basso. And I think if you're the Ducks, you want to try and have a bit more pressure on the blue line there, not let Del Basso just sort of walk in and pick a spot.
Face-off comes, won by Malcolm. Will retain possession. Malcolm out here for Bailey. Back to Malcolm in the corner. Now ahead of the blue line. Bailey caught that, and then they'll move it back out to the top. They cycle it really well here. Here's McClellan. Down low. All possession here on the power play. Minute left in this power play. Here's Irvine. We'll move it out to the top. Now that shot there. Tough one. Loose puck. They'll fight for it on the crease here. Carson having to deal with that one, but managed to save it in the end. A really good power play so far, Doogie.
Yeah, it's really good cycling the puck from the Inferno. Janelle Carson, a couple of big saves and just showing the flexibility too, just stretching out twice. As we see it here, Catherine Bailey, someone I spoke about last week, a really terrific defender for the Inferno. But Carson here, just a couple of saves, stretching out here with the pad. And again.
Like you said, last year she was the hero for the Melbourne Ice. And of course, joining her sister across at the Ducks, it'll be great to see them in action next season. That'll be a great rivalry that's shaped up to be. Shot from distance from Parrington. Doesn't phase Vu at all. That one's saved. The rebound comes, and Perth look to rebound off the rebound. In the neutral zone now, helping that one forward. Tried to get it to Scala, but that pass was cut off. Now moving forward here, Del Basso. Just dropping that one off neatly to Scala, who goes across. Working it back to Scala. Now to the top again, Del Basso. So some really good free movement here from the Inferno. That one was patted away into the corner. They'll hold on to possession here. They work it really well here. Some great signs of passing. That shot there was off the bar. Scala will get the rebound here. Now into the slot, turn around. Is it there? Carson under pressure here and dealing with it well. Another great save, Doogie.
Oh, unbelievable save from Carson. Just stretching and diving, going left to right, right to left. Unbelievable.
That one's stolen away. Here come the Inferno again. They mount another attack. One drop back. Tough one. Here's Scala. Into the corner again. A little bit of a puck battle ensuing here. Finally comes out. Ducks look to attack. Blatchford there chasing, but couldn't. Johnson did really well for the Ducks. And the Ducks looking to work out a defence here. Doing really well there to move that one. Klosick now into the attacking zone, dumps it. It was hit late there, but no infringement. Now against the boards, Irvine clears it away. Went to the neutral zone. The Ducks look to dump it deep again, but stolen away. Here come the Inferno. Nice little bit of attack here. Ferguson with it now, but just ran out of room. Trying to get it forward is Irvine. We'll go behind the net. Here's Acker. Ducks defense under a lot of pressure at the moment. They're struggling to get a good attack going. No one goes back to Vu. Vu elects to keep it alive, though, to Webb. Slammed into the boards. Scala. Sorry, apologies. That's not Scala. That's Bailey. Get that one forward. Malcolm on the edge of that one into the corner. Carson, good defense. And we have a whistle.
That's probably one of the few times we've seen so far in this game. Sorry, Todd, just some forechecking pressure from the Ducks, so it's definitely something they want to keep working on.
As we see there in the bottom left-hand corner, ask our commentary team a question, drop a comment in the chat, and we'll pick one to ask. Stay tuned on your socials for all your information. Doogie, wealth of information. I love the Dub Zone, Doogie. Give that a shout out. I'm a big follower of that on the Instagram. You're doing some great work there, mate.
Yeah, it's tracking along well, mate. Just trying to highlight this great competition and the athletes that are in it.
Certainly is. Certainly is indeed. And these exhibition games, it just shows the strength of the A-Dub going from strength to strength, introducing a new team. And Melbourne soon to become a two-town city. Is there going to be enough room in the town for two of them? Should be a great context next season, that first derby when they play against that one. This one in attack now. Inferno looking to go on net. Saved by Carson. A good save. How deadly are this Inferno team in attack?
Absolutely. And Lily McClellan just jumping up with a stretch pass, one-on-one with Carson, and Carson just standing tall. Just goes to show you any line in the Inferno are quite dangerous.
They certainly are. They bat so deep, Del Basso. Got that one out wide. Tried to fish that one back. And I believe that's Salmon's wearing the 25. It looks like the midi out there. It is a number change for Salmon's. Salmon's normally wearing the number 9, but the 25 in the new jerseys. And there we go. Sorry if I haven't picked that one up earlier. I was trying to work out who the 25 was. Back here, Del Basso. And when I saw moving with freedom and low to the ground, I knew it was Salmon's. Here's Scala. McClellan waiting for it, but just goes one short of Del Basso. Now McClellan firing. Scala was in the way there. A bit of friendly fire. At the half wall now. Del Basso keeping it alive. Here's Salmon's behind the net to Scala. Very patient build up here from the Inferno. Good tape-to-tape passing. Scala down low into the office now. Oh, that pass nearly a 1-2. Out to the top, shot fired. Carson with a save. How mature is this build-up in play, Doogie, at the moment from the Inferno? We're seeing some really great passing.
Just really good tape to tape. And just jumping up on the blue line too, just a desperation to keep it in from Magnuson and Georgia McClellan. But just Scala and Salmons and Del Basso, they just know where each other are and just working well, just passing it down low, feeding it back up into the slot. Really dangerous.
And while this game's not played for premiership points, our finals are coming up March 1st and 2nd at the O'Brien Icehouse. For the first time, there'll be all 6 teams represented. The 5th team will play the Ducks. There's that shot on there, but just saved in the end by Carson. So it'll be great to see absolute festival of hockey on the 1st and 2nd. Make sure you're there at the O'Brien Icehouse. I can't wait for that one. Harrington behind the net moves that one. Shot fired. Vu had to deal with that one. Vu traps it in the end. And a good save by Vu.
Victoria Prosek, one of the players I really, really like from the Ducks, Todd, and you've seen it a few times so far in this game, just able to handle the puck and skate through the neutral zone. And we've seen there, just be able to gather the puck again down low and feed it across the crease. And Prosek scored 2 goals so far for the Ducks across the exhibition games they've played. A really exciting player.
Yeah, I had the Ducks game against the Lightning, and Prosek was formidable in that game. Hello into the corner. Here's Mendham. Put it across the net. Tran Having to deal with that one. Inferno looked to clear it away. Another in the neutral zone. On the attack. Malcolm happy to dump it. They'll chase. I'll look for a forecheck here. McClellan has to work hard. Lily McClellan. Battling away. Lily McClellan wins it back for her team as well. Ends up with possession again. Out to the blue line. Shot from distance. No one parried away by the defence. And Johnson looking to clear this away for the Ducks. But McClellan gets it back. Scala firing from deep. And it's a glove save there from Carson. We'll get a restart in play.
Despite that early goal, Carson has looked, I think, quite comfortable in the net. Seems to be moving well, seeing the puck well, having enough time to make the saves. It's good signs for Carson in net.
Face-off Havens. Now into the neutral zone. Retaining possession, Del Basso. Back to the middle. Now they attack. Del Basso firing early. That one patted away. Scala will get the rebound here. Scala will take it down low into the corner. Great pass to put it through to Salmons. Just couldn't quite on the one-timer. The Ducks are away here. That one stick check stolen away. Great stick work here. Some good passing again. Now Basso tried but couldn't. Ducks will regroup. Carson happy to clear that away. McClellan will get back there for the Inferno. That's Georgia McClellan. Georgia McClellan happy to put it into space, but it was intercepted. And here to Gallagher. Gallagher's got to work hard here, but Ferguson will pick it up. Ferguson on net. No good. Carson dealing with that one. Carson, absolute brick wall. Love to see the shot statistics as the camera zooms out on the scoreboard, Doogie.
Yeah, the Inferno, they're leading the shot count quite comfortably. It's probably something you expect too, Todd, considering they play together a lot, they travel together a lot, and the Ducks, they still haven't got that rhythm of an A-Dub season.
Yeah, 14-4 on the shot count at the moment. Carson to only let one through with 13 saves is a brilliant effort early. Go deep. And we've got a whistle in play. It's going to come back.
You did mention those beautiful blue sweaters or jerseys, depending on what you want to call them, Todd, from the Perth Inferno. They have chosen Zonta House Women's Refuge Association for services for those affected by domestic violence, and we know how much of an issue domestic violence is in Australia. So if you head to the Perth Inferno socials, you can check out the link and bid on these awesome jerseys.
Doogie, who are you going to be bidding on? I wouldn't mind a Scala jersey if I'm going to be honest.
Oh, maybe Del Basso go with the hot hand.
At the moment, yeah, the goal scorer at the moment, that's got to be worth a little extra. Make sure you're getting on there. Bid fast and bid early. Parrington trying to get that one. Out here to Malcolm, of course, for a great cause, domestic violence. And trying to be cleared away at the moment, tough one. They do look good too, the light blue, I must say. Out into the middle. Newman just helped that forward. Malcolm got it moving for her team. In defensive zone at the moment. That one goes forward. Johnson. Scala. Behind the net. Good defense there from Johnson. Made it tough for Scala. She's going to sit out here. Shot fired from distance, Bailey. Scala with the rebound. Buck doing a good job trying to get that one out here. Messina moved it forward. Now Cameron. Another defectee from the Melbourne Ice. Cameron did a great job last season for the Ice in the defence. Newman lost that one. And back out to the middle. Here comes Rammer. Offside seems to be the call. And it's going to come back.
Yeah, just on the offside, just jumping in a bit too eagerly. But the Ducks are getting enough opportunities, Todd, getting into their offensive zone. They can't get any clear opportunities, but they are finding ways to disrupt the play through the neutral zone.
Passion wins that face-off. Passion back to Carson. Two ex-Ice players combining. Here's Salmons on the right-hand side, looking to come back. Salmons just couldn't quite get the backhander. They'll keep it in their attacking zone. Fired early, and it's through. How did that go through? That came out of nowhere, Doogie.
I'm wondering if it was a redirect in front. It might have been redirected by the captain, Scala. Scala is the first one to go through the line here. There was just something out of nothing, and it might have bobbled or got a redirection. We see on the replay here, just up near the blue line, Magnuson just spins and shoots, and there's Scala. Might have got the tip and just enough to beat Carson.
I think you're right, Doogie. It was Scala, makes it 2. Inferno with 2 early ones. Scala just knows where the goals are. Been the leading scorer in the A-Dub last season as well, and this season doing a great job. I'm enjoying the battle between her and Kulbita going on, between leading scorers. Ryland will move that forward for the Ducks. Behind the net here, McClellan. Working that one out. Passion trying to keep it forward here. McClellan. Georgia McClellan, that is. Of course, the McClellan sisters, both on this team. It was a good pass. That one comes through. Early shot. That one's parried away. Passion looking to get that out in defence. Going to dump that one. Getting on the chase here is Parrington, but couldn't get there in the end. Webb did well. Malcolm picks it up in the corner. Malcolm moving that one out wide, but it was all Ducks. Johnson went forward with it, but Johnson will have to go back and fetch it, and does. Neutral zone now for Johnson, working forward now into the attack. Johnson in the middle, stick check there, did really well. Del Basso to get that back for her team. The Inferno go wide with it, and now Del Basso on the attack. Tried to get it back to Scala, but that pass was just impeded in the last moment. Out to the top to the blue line. Bailey, now they'll move it wide. Del Basso, firing Del Basso, saved by Carson. Scala works hard on the crease. It's still alive here for the Inferno. It goes back to the neutral zone. Unfortunately, they'll have to fetch it, and we see a whistle.
Yeah, I think this might be a Ducks power play, Todd. Maybe a cross check or something like that.
Yeah, Scala into the penalty box, so Scala will spend 2. So power play time here for the Ducks. They've only managed the 4 shots on net. This is an opportunity for them to start getting some pucks on net. It'd be great to see one fall. Carson keeps ahead of it on the blue line, doing well. Carson just threading that one through. That one's parried away, and it makes its way over the netting. And the play will restart.
They've just got to be patient here, the Ducks. Don't try and force anything. Just cycle the puck around. Just wait for their opportunity.
That penalty was on Scala for body checking. I think that was just off camera too. It was after the shot come through and the Ducks were trying to clear it. To Carson. Back down low. Carson gets in there and moves it forward to Messina. We'll go low again. Ducks. Rammer. Move it nicely here. They get a shot there. Vu dealt with that one. Messina, that one's stolen away this time. Picking that one up. Newman. Into the middle. Just off skates in the end. Here's McKenzie. McKenzie trying, couldn't. Rambo And McKenzie battle away. McKenzie, wraparound attempt. No, not there. And the Ducks, just under a minute left in this power play. Haven't managed a huge amount of shots, but it's been interesting. Mendham. That's a Ryland. Puts that across the face. Inferno looking to clear. Ducks trying to keep it ahead. It enters the neutral zone. Series of sticks there. Parrington kept it forward. Here's Messina. Working her way through. Shot fired. Vu had to deal with that one, but it went over the top. Del Basso with it now. 20 seconds left in this power play. Del Basso happy to stay calm on the puck. Then goes with the big clearance. Gets it out of there. And they'll chase. Acker looking to get there first. Acker trying. Does, but I think it's held up in the end. Well, the goals were off the mooring. Acker turned around and said, the goals aren't in the right spot.
Acker just chased down desperation. The Ducks, though, they didn't generate a lot of opportunities on that power play, as we see the replay here of the speed of Acker to chase that one down. Messina had a great opportunity, and there was another one. They were throwing the puck in front of the net, just trying for a bit of a redirect and some traffic in front of Vu. Something to build on, though.
Great game awareness there for Acker, because those goals were off their mooring before Acker got there. And then as soon as Acker knew she lost the puck, she said, hang on a sec. We need to restart this back at our end. I like that. I like that a lot. Now down low, McClellan. I'll move it. Inferno through the middle. That pass didn't quite reach the intended target in Blatchford. Ferguson. McKenzie trying to keep it ahead for her team. Did well, Johnson. To the corner. Malcolm sends it forward. Bit of a holding pattern at the moment for the Ducks. They're trying to get it out of defence. The Inferno applying a lot of pressure. Cameron. Back to Cameron. On it now. Running out of room. Uses the boards to get it out of there, but going to sit nicely here for Bailey. Pass tried to thread the needle, just couldn't. Johnson will get back. Cashin as well. We're going to clear it. Centering pass here. Scala. Good stick work, but didn't pay off in the end. McClellan. Inferno looking to build here. Now Basso lost it, but here comes Salmons, the midi, super quick. Here's Salmons. Now into the corner, behind the net. Backhanded pass. Salmons looking to pick it up. Under heavy contest. Scala. Back out to the blue. Shot fired, that one stayed low. It was deflected. Del Basso to Salmons. Scala in the middle. Great work. Carson got it out of there. Del Basso trapped it well and then got the pass away in the end. That was quite creative. They'll knock it forward here. Carson's got a bit of work to do. Salmon's hot on the tail. Carson clears it out. Acker. Just on a minute left in the period. Del Basso. Acker sent it forward, but offside is the call.
Just some time on the puck, I think, Todd, is probably the main difference with this game so far. The Inferno, just the ability to hold onto the puck and get some 3 or 4 passes together and just sustained offensive zone pressure, and something the Ducks not quite able to do just yet.
I'll throw you under the bus here, Doogie. Josh Lilly asks, which player dropped their stick earlier? Geez, got to be a bit more specific than that, Josh. You got any idea there, Doogie?
I think he might be talking about Janelle Carson lost her stick earlier in one of the plays earlier. That could be what he's talking about.
McClellan puts that on net. I like it, Doogie. You're all over it. There's none better than Doogie to be covering this game. We'll look to go forward into the middle. No work. McClellan looking to get rid of that one. McClellan with it now. Moves it forward. Blatchford. Acker. McClellan just waiting patiently, looking for the right option. That one's going to come back. So we're in the twilight period of the first period here. 2-0 to the Inferno. But the Ducks have shown some good signs, Doogie.
Yeah, they certainly have. And I think once the game continues, they'll start to build into the game a bit more and find a bit more comfort between each other.
Chemistry is so important in this game. As we can see here, that will be the end of the first period. It's the Inferno 2. The Ducks yet to score, but there have been some really positive signs. How did you see that first period, Doogie?
I think it's probably played out as we see the replay here, the first goal from Del Basso, just a beautiful wrist shot snipe. I think the game's probably played out in the second goal here to Scala, just in front, just redirecting that in. I think it's probably played out as you'd probably expect early, and as I just said before, I think the Ducks will, as the game goes on, they'll start to get into their groove, and obviously the Perth Inferno, they've pretty much played a full season of the AWIHL, sitting second on the standing, so they've got their chemistry, they've got the legs underneath them as well, so we'll see how the next two periods play out.
And there we see just a post from the Perth Inferno. Make sure you get your bids in. They'll be wearing these jerseys, supporting Zonta House, of course, helping families in WA in need of domestic violence. So make sure you head to the socials, get onto the Perth Inferno, and bid for your favourite jersey. I reckon I'm going to get a bid in, and I reckon I'm going to go for the Scala jersey. And Doogie, you were talking about the Del Basso earlier, but we'll have a look at those a little bit later. We're going to take a quick break. We'll get a nice clean. We'll be back in the second period. Make sure you join us. All right, and welcome back here to the AWIHL, brought to you by Sportscast Australia on the YouTube network. It's the Perth Inferno leading the Ducks 2-0. My name is Todd Morris, and I'm joined by Andrew McDougall, affectionately known as Doogie in the ice hockey community. And what a great first period that was. The Inferno looking to go on to the attack. Andrew, it was quite an interesting first period. Some good chances from the Inferno, but the Ducks held their own in defence at times.
Yeah, it certainly was. Janelle Carson had a workout, as we probably expected, Todd, and we had spoken about throughout that first period. And the usual suspects for the Perth Inferno, Del Basso, Scala, Salmons, all in amongst the points.
Certainly is. We'll cover those points in a moment, but the Inferno looking to get back on the attack again. McClellan forcing that one forward. Ducks, Parrington trying to get that one, but Scala maintains possession in the corner here. Scala using the boards well, drops it off for Del Basso. Behind the net, looking to find that pass out to the blue line, lining up and a big shot, but it's saved in the end by Carson, who happy to parry that one away. And I believe there's been some Aussie selections during the week, Doogie.
There certainly has, and this roster, Todd, is a very, very strong roster if you're Australian women's ice hockey fan. They'll be playing in the upcoming Division 2 Group B championships in Dunedin, New Zealand from 14 April to 20th of April. And from a Perth Inferno perspective, we have Sasha King, Georgia McClellan, and Sarah Salmons all named in this squad.
I like it too, and a local one across New Zealand, just across the ditch. We should have some good chances there, as the travel won't get us as much. Normally we're halfway across the world. That should be a great tournament. I wish we could maybe sneak Scala into the lineup, who's recently an Aussie citizen, but that may be for future tournaments. Here's McKenzie with it now, trying to get rid of it. The Ducks in defence, doing well. They look to get it away. Keeping it ahead here is Malcolm. Ryland. Out of defence here. Push that one out. Inferno back on the attack. That shot. Carson with another save. Carson really earning the saves at the moment.
As we see on the screen there, we've got the finals coming up as well, March 1 to 2, O'Brien Icehouse. All 6 teams in action over 2 big days. It's going to be jam-packed. I looked at the schedule earlier today, Todd. It's going to be jam-packed from about 10 a.m. each day until early into the evening. It's going to be jam-packed hockey at O'Brien Icehouse.
And obviously you've attended a few of those, and so have I, but if you are watching along at home and you are thinking about attending, do it. Make sure you get your arrangements and head down there. Tickets will be on sale soon. You'll be able to follow the AWIHL League. They'll show you where you can buy all your tickets and those sorts of things, but it is a great festival of hockey, the 2 days, the Saturday and the Sunday. We'll obviously crown our winner on the Sunday. And at the moment in the competition, Doogie, it could be anyone. The competition's so tight. Who are you following in to the championship weekend?
Well, the Adelaide Rush have sort of set the benchmark this season, haven't they? And they've been building over the last couple of seasons, the Adelaide Rush, and they currently sit on top of the standings. I'm not sure if they can get chased down at all from Perth Inferno, who are in second. But the Adelaide Rush, they look like the team to beat so far this season.
They certainly are. They've got some great players as well. Kulbita comes to mind. She's been an absolute joy to watch. Here's Del Basso. That shot there, that one's parried away. Del Basso with the rebound. Tried to get that on net, but couldn't. Into the corner. That one is going to go all the way back into the defensive zone. McClellan will pick it up. And they're looking to attack. Rammer did well to stop it in his tracks. Yates was there too. Scala into the middle. Great stick work there by Del Basso to control that one. Del Basso's shot was deflected though. To the middle. Bailey. Rammer just went beyond her and will get dumped low. Play's going to come back. So from a scoring perspective, only the 2 goals at the moment for the Inferno. The Ducks have definitely held their own. I think as they've played more games in this exhibition series, they've just got stronger and stronger, Doogie.
Yeah, and that's something that you're obviously going to see when you're not playing competitively week in, week out, and you're just having these exhibition games to showcase your club, showcase the roster. As they play together, they'll just continually get better. And there's a play just before with Yates just on the forecheck, just trying to keep it in there. And that's the sort of things that you'll see from the Ducks continually getting better at as the more they play together.
Parrington trying to wheel that one forward, but couldn't. Just cleaned up in the end by Webb, and Webb will go wide with it. Out onto the wing, into the middle now. They look to get on the attack, the Inferno on the left-hand circle. That one's stolen away. Some good defence. Some great signs there. Parrington, the captain, looks to get it down ice. Tried to get it to Rammer, but just went ahead. Webb looking to get it out of there. Vu got a stick in the end. It was an opportunistic stick, and it worked out well. Gallagher fires the shot. That one was blocked. Back to Gallagher, who sends it on net, and again, that one's parried away. Doubling back there is Bailey. Keeping that ahead for the Ducks. And of course, if you are tuning in, we'd love to hear where you're tuning in from. We know this coverage goes all around the world, North America especially. We have many tuning in. And of course, locally as well, if you're a Ducks fan. I know the Ducks fans have been heavy in the chat, giving us all the Ducks. But if you're an Inferno fan, you're probably at the rink. But if you're not, let us know your support. I know the Mackenzies are generally in here quite regularly. Big shout out to them. And down low. And fished over the top. Play's going to come back.
As a really strong couple of shifts from the Ducks. They've started off this period really strongly. Only a couple of shots on goal for the Perth Inferno, but a few shifts back to back there, just trapping it in the offensive zone, and once the puck come out to the neutral zone, able to just chip it back in and go to work again. So really good signs for the Ducks in this second period.
You're right, Doogie. Some good signs, and they're up against a tough opponent, the Perth Inferno, as you can see in the league standings. They're sitting second at the moment. Vu having to deal with that one. That was a tough one. Ferguson will pick it up. They will come back. That shot count at the moment, 8-6. Sorry, Doogie, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, you're talking about the standings. I know Sean O'Connor from Hockey Hype Australia, he put out a graphic earlier this week about the Adelaide Rush and the points percentage between the two, the Rush and the Inferno. So I'm not sure how tight it is, but the Inferno will be looking to track down the Rush. I'm not sure if they can get him, but I think it might be slim, but you never know.
That first spot, so important as well. His first place fourth on the Saturday and second place third. And in the form that Brisbane's in at the moment, though, they look to be the ones who probably sneak into that spot. It'll be an interesting one. And they played some good hockey today as well against the Rush at home. The Rush were at home. Away. The outer side now. Inferno in defence. Onto the left-hand wing. Pressing forward. Del Basso's been impressive today. Del Basso got that shot away, but Carson dealt with that one easily. And play will restart.
I think it highlights the whole competition, Todd, where anyone from 1 to 5, and even the Ducks coming in next season, anyone from 1 to 5, they can win on any given day. Even the Sydney Sirens were sitting fifth, just outside of a finals spot in fourth. They can put up big numbers with Sarah Edney, etc. So anyone on their day can trouble any team in a competition.
Yeah, certainly agree with you. Edney, Bjorling, they're a formidable combo. They can make it tough, and there's a couple of games remaining in the season. So if you're an AW fan, there's plenty to look forward to. Salmons puts that one low. Scala trying to get it back to Salmons, who does. Carson saving that one. Salmons digging for it. Tough one here. Worked out in the end. Carson in defence is the double Carson combo that kept it out. Carson, of course, playing defence and assisted Carson in net. That one down low. Great encouragement here. Cashin rushing in there across the half wall here. McClellan down low. Del Basso to Salmons. Now Scala. Carson's everywhere at the moment protecting that net. some great work in goals.
Well, Janelle Carson's lost a stick again, Todd, and made that save with no stick and just slid across to her left, got a good glove save on it. You see the stick just goes behind the Inferno player. There was Del Basso behind the net. That's Carson's stick. And Carson's able to slide here, a glove save, and then another glove save here and hold on without a stick. Unbelievable.
Carson again doing some great work, protecting that net. Carson in some great form today. Here comes Parrington, now into the attacking zone. The Ducks looking to create some attack. Puts that one on net. Vu saves it. It's deflected over the back. The rebound comes, but tough work. They couldn't quite get it. Here's McKenzie on the left-hand side. No one's stolen away. The Ducks look to attack. Parrington crashes into the boards and loses possession. The Inferno looking to dump it low. Couldn't. Gallagher on it now. Gallagher just setting herself up into the neutral zone. Now into the attack. Just lost it at the crucial moment. Rammer on it now. Going to sit here for the Inferno. Magnuson. For McClellan. Gallagher did well, kept it ahead. Now Parrington with the catch, looking to fire, couldn't. Going to come all the way back. Getting there is Gallagher. Ducks just looking more and more comfortable as this game kicks further and further. Ferguson. On the left-hand side, couldn't quite. Acker was there. It's going to sit for Irvine, who looks to push it forward. Now Ferguson in the corner. Ducks are everywhere, putting a lot of pressure on this Inferno attack. Look to fish that one out. Gallagher down low, couldn't. Scala won it in the end. Scala just finding some room where there was none. Incredible work. Scala tried to find that pass, but it was deflected in the end. Picking it up was Del Basso. Buck battle against the boards. Scala and Del Basso fighting for it. Scala ends up with it. Here's Salmons. Went one way, then the other. Dropped it down low. Scala will pick it up. Scala putting it across net. Salmons couldn't quite get it on the one-timer. Webb keeping it ahead. Now here come the Ducks. Gallagher got it to Parrington. Into the attacking zone. Parrington winds up, but that's deflected. Salmons picks it up here. The Inferno, they'll look to attack again. Into the middle now, just waiting. They're going to wait for the reinforcements. Del Basso sits on it here in the corner. Gets it across. Salmons tried to sneak it past Carson, but Carson too good again.
Wow, we're seeing a much more even second period between these two teams, and according to eSports Desk, it's 6-4 the shot count in favour of the Inferno, so a lot more even. That line of Parrington and Gallagher for the Ducks has been really strong, and if you look at the Inferno, they're rolling out Del Basso, Salmons and Scala quite a fair bit, so it probably gives you an indication of the respect that the Ducks are earning here.
They certainly are earning a ton of respect. If they can just get that connectivity between defence and attack, it's where they're falling down at the moment is in that neutral zone. But that comes with a lot of connectivity and a lot of time. So far, some good signs. Mendham. This one will go low. Johnson. Newman got it out of there. Inferno will retreat. Working their way through, setting up a comfortable attack. Some great stick work to navigate the way through. McClellan did well. Sent it long. Picking that one up, Blatchford. Stolen away. Carson did well. Down low. Just put out there. Just couldn't find the connectivity. Bailey looking to send it in, but that was deflected. Have it in the corner here. Blatchford. Tried to drop it in. Acker getting across. Across net. Another save by Carson. Carson is absolutely everywhere in front of that net at the moment. Johnson. Messina. Comes back here for Carson. Georgia Carson, that is. That'll be iced. It's going to come back. And Belinda Dawes, go Inferno, watching from home in Perth. Can't make it to the Coburn Ice Arena. Well, great work, Belinda. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate your comment.
People tune in all around the world, Todd, to watch the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League. I had someone, I couldn't pronounce the town, and I wasn't going to attempt it, but someone from Russia last weekend.
Oh, really? There you go. My favourite is Saskatoon. That's my favourite one to say. But yeah, from Russia, Doogie. Amazing stuff. That's the reach this A-Dub competition has.
As we see Janelle Carson, just another great save. Just standing tall, keeping the Ducks in this one.
You're right, Doogie. She's definitely kept the Ducks in this game. Score only sitting at 2-0 at the moment, and we're in for the second stages of this second period. Just under 8 minutes left. Scala down low. Salmon's stride. And again, tough to get through. Del Basso. There's Cameron. Scala reading that one well, picking it up. Scala at the top. Threading that one down low. Couldn't quite in the end. That one picked off ahead of the blue line. Bailey. The whistle, it's going to come back.
We see this opportunity here. Salmons with speed, just coming in from the high slot. Well, that was the one earlier. Good save from Carson. But the one previously where Salmons was just with speed. This one here. And you see Paige Cameron, number 10, just experience there. Just seeing the danger, getting a stick there just to break up that play. Because Sarah Salmons bearing down on net is a scary proposition.
Very scary. Defences everywhere. You see that as a threat. And it's great to see the Inferno trying something new here. Del Basso to take the face off. Salmons normally does that job. It'll be against Parrington. These exhibition games good for the Inferno as well. They can try a couple of different things. Stringer against the board at Scala. Tried to get it out. Prosick in the end just knocks it forward. Webb. Here's Parrington. It's going to sit for Parrington, but Parrington was mobbed. Couldn't quite get the shot away. Here comes Salmons now, the speedster. Salmons doing great work on the stick. Can she finish? Salmons puts it through. A brilliant finish by Salmons in the end. What a goal.
Well, we just spoke about Salmons just prior to the previous face-off, that last opportunity. With speed, just goes out wide, able to cut back in and just slide it 5-hole on Janelle Carson, who's been outstanding for the Ducks. And that's how quickly it can turn for the opposition when you're against the Perth Inferno. You see here on the replay, just the ability to cut back in, backhand, just 5-hole. No chance on that for anyone in the competition.
And receiving that in the back end of the neutral zone as well, and then moving forward, and like you said, through the 5-hole as well. That was just class. And of course, against Carson as well. Janelle Carson is one of the premier goalies in the competition, so that's a good scalp for Salmons. Get into the middle. Get back here for the Ducks. McKenzie looking to get back there. Stringer for the Ducks. Read really well by Malcolm. Parrington on it now. Prosick and Parrington were trying to get it out collectively, but couldn't. Stringer. Parrington comes and collects it. Looking to use the wheels to get it out of there. Couldn't. Here's Rammer. McClellan. Get ahead of the blue line here for the Ducks. Early shot. Vu saves that one. As we can see that shot count at the moment, 26-9. 3 goes through. The Ducks, backhanded shot. Vu, glove save. Newman got a bit on it.
So they are getting opportunities, the Ducks, but they're at the stage where they're going to be limited in terms of this game and how much the Inferno will heavily outweigh the shot count on their home ice. They just have to make the most of their opportunities. You see Georgia Carson on the previous play too, just jumping up off the blue line to keep it in and getting a shot on net. Just try and get as many shots as they can on Vu, just to keep working Vu, and maybe a deflection to tip here to get something going.
All right, if you can get it deep, if you can get as many shots on net, something will fall. It looks like we're going to see a penalty here. Play will stop, so it's going to be against the Inferno. It'll be a Duck power play. Didn't quite see the penalty.
Like
Let's see who it's against.
I think it's tripping. So straight away, Todd, you're talking about getting pucks on net. As we see the replay here, you get some pucks on net, and now they're on the power play. Things can quickly turn, and you can get plenty of momentum and energy from scoring on the power play. So a big opportunity for the Ducks.
There's a penalty behind the net there. A tripping penalty. Johnson down low. Come the Ducks power play time. The second power play of the game. Let's see if they can manage some good opportunities here. They cycle it. That one goes down, doesn't quite hit the intended target. Jackwitz goes across the back. And getting across there, sending it forward. Yates did well. Still got it here deep. That shot came. Tough one for Vu in the end. It bobbled around, but Vu was managed to contend with it with a great save.
That's really good puck movement from the Ducks. Jackwitz as well, just working down low, just cycling the puck around. And that, you're right, that shot there, I think it might have come off a Inferno defender and then just bobbled in the air. And Vu had to track it, but Vu was up to the task.
Parrington against Del Basso on the face-off. Parrington wins that one. Keep it ahead of the blue line. Look at the fish it forward. Good in the end. The Inferno clear it away. Carson keeps it alive as they're on the power play. Rammer under pressure. Has some support here. Ducks looking to attack. Cameron bursts through. And drops it off. Now behind the net. Can they get some connectivity? A pass, just something will do. McClellan looks to clear it out ahead. It's kept ahead of the blue line, but now the Inferno rally. Having to go alone is Del Basso. No support. Del Basso into the corner. Just fished a pass there to McClellan. McClellan had to go alone. The Inferno were happy to stay back as they're on the penalty kill. Parrington will wait and hold. They'll set formation here and hopefully they can attack. They'll slide that forward. Look to get it out. It's going to come back here, Parrington. On the outer side, Cameron. One was fired, deflected, goes across the face. 3 seconds left on the power play. We'll return to even numbers. Here's Gallagher, the last opportunity. Gallagher put it there. Tried. Vu with the save. Rebound came. Cameron had the shot, but Vu contended with it well.
Well, that's probably the best opportunity for the Ducks so far in this game. Gallagher up at the blue line, just fires one on net. Teammate gets in front of this one. I think it comes off a teammate here. Just a deflection. And then out at the far post, and Cameron just couldn't get enough on it. But the best opportunity for the Ducks so far in this game.
Yeah, positive signs on the power play. Back to even numbers on the ice here. Del Basso working hard. Scala sent it forward. Here's Salmons one-on-one. Here we go. Salmons tried. Carson save. Brilliant work in the one-on-one by Janelle Carson. We know Salmons is so deadly in that situation. Cena. Scala Lost it. Here come the Ducks. In the attack. Mendham sent it forward. Now has to battle for it. Bit of a check there into the boards. It's going to sit here for Webb. The Salmons lost it. Here come the Ducks. Backhanded pass just didn't quite hit its intended target. Dalbasso put it into the middle. Dalbasso will get it back. Happy to dump it. They'll change their line while they dump it. Just on the 2-minute mark here in the second period. Gallagher in the neutral zone. Bucks are going to go forward. Mendham in the corner. Trying. Bit of a collision there. Here come the Inferno. Bailey firing. Wasn't online. We'll get a restart in play.
As we see here, the one-on-one, Salmons and Janelle Carson. Janelle Carson just stands, and then waits at the last second. And that's just experience not to get caught in the 5-hole again.
Fooled me once. Shame on me. Fooled me twice. Oh, I've got that wrong, actually. It's fooled me once. You fooled me twice. Shame on me. But anyways, we won't worry about that. But Carson, brilliant work in between the pipes. Like you said, to close that 5-hole pretty effectively. Johnson going forward with it. Across the face, no. The attempt was there for Jackwitz. It would have been a tough puck to send home as it just bobbled in the air. They'll get it to load up again, and you can't help but feel there's a Ducks goal looming here. Into the corner. Inferno under pressure. They'll deal with it well. Bailey, neutral zone now. Bailey, attack, fires early. I'm going to deal with this one, Cashin. Malcolm versus Stringer. It's going to sit here for the Ducks into the middle. They'll work it. The Inferno on the left-hand side. McKenzie looks to drop it off. That one looped over the top by McClellan. Ducks on the attack here. This is good. Great pass. Vu came out with a big save in the end. Action-packed stuff on the crease. Vu was courageous to come out. McClellan looking to fish it forward. Dying stages of the second period. Can the Ducks get a late one? And that's it. Second period has expired. It's the Inferno 3. The Ducks yet to score, but Doogie, there was some great signs. What a great period that was.
Oh, and that's save there at the end from very big opportunity for the Ducks. Almost like a period of 3 periods in itself. It started off quite evenly between the two teams, both getting chances, and the Inferno, they ended up taking control for a little bit of that period, and Salmons gets a goal. But at the back end of that period, through the veteran players like Paige Cameron, Parrington, Carson, the Ducks started to build and actually get some opportunities. So they'll be feeling good going into the second period, despite it being 3-0. But a really entertaining game here.
Have you got the point scorers for us there, Doogie? We'll take a quick
so
break.
The first period we had...
Doogie.
So the first period, Del Basso scored the opening goal at 18:44. His Scala at 7:37, and the Inferno, they went in 2-0 lead after 1 period, and Sarah Salmons at 6:58 got the 3-0 lead, which the Inferno hold at the second intermission.
We're going to take a quick break. Make sure you're joining us in the third and final period after this. Welcome back to the AWIHL, brought to you by Sportscast Australia on the YouTube network. The teams have returned from the change rooms. The ice is clean. The Ducks are just getting their final instructions, as we can see on screen here. I'm Todd Morris, joined by Andrew McDougall. And Doogie, it's been a great game so far.
It has. It's been really entertaining, despite the 3-0 scoreline. Both teams have had opportunities. And if you break down the game, Todd, I think if you're the Ducks coach as well, you'll break it down into segments. You look at that second period, 12 shots on goal to 10 in favour of the Perth Inferno. So a lot more even. The Ducks have had a couple of power play opportunities as well. Really finished that second period strong. And as you mentioned as well, the Perth Inferno, these sort of games gives them an opportunity to try a few different things differently prior to going back into the Australian Ice Hockey League women's season proper.
It certainly does. It's a great initiative too to introduce the Ducks into the competition in this fashion as well, get them used to the rigorous schedule that is the AW, and gives them an opportunity to get some congruency and some connectivity before the season gets underway. Ducks in defence now, just trying to work this one forward. Come back here for Carson to go across. Cameron looking to clear that out there. We've got a whistle here that's going to come straight back. We'll get a restart in play.
And I did have a chat to the assistant coach of the Inferno, Graham Hyde, during the week as well. A few text messages back and forth, Todd, and he did mention that they're looking forward to this weekend because it did give them an opportunity to see a few different players such as Vui Net, etc., and try a few different things.
A big shout out to Graham Hyde. I know he'll watch this one back. He's an absolute legend. Always very generous with his time. McKenzie trying to get that one on. Gallagher, McKenzie goes out to the top. One fired away from deep, but this one cleared away. Vu keeping it alive, does Vu. Let's see if it pays off. Mendham has it now. Mendham just fishes that one back out to the middle. The one-timer, that one's parried away. Opportunity here for the Ducks. Get one on net there. Shot fired. I believe that was off the bar, or maybe Vu patted it away. Tough to tell from this angle, but there's definitely some sort of deflection. Going to go back here for Johnson. Ducks starting well in this period. That one's stolen away, though. Scala now on net. Scala stalking the net, trying to get that one backhanded. Couldn't. Carson dealt with that. Goes in front of the net. Ducks. Jackwitz here in defence. We're going to get rid of it. Does. Cashin. We're going to send it forward. Irvine. Scala working hard. Cashin. Cross Irvine. Now it goes all the way back to the defensive zone for the Ducks. Irvine, Jackwitz with it, looking for Cashin. Salmons using her pace to get out of here. Good pass by Salmons, good patient build up here from the Inferno. Del Basso into the attacking zone, all clear, says the officials. That one goes back though into the neutral. Ducks working forward. Johnson. It's Blatchford. Blatchford just trying to give that through pass to Del Basso. Parrington battling against Del Basso. Ducks win out in the end. Cameron. Just coming back now. He's the captain in Parrington. Now on the attack, the Inferno. Shot fired early. Carson deals with that one. A great shot there by Ferguson.
So a really strong start from the Ducks. And that previous play with Del Basso entering the zone and Johnson just able to get a stick in there to break it up. You could hear the Ducks bench really cheering it. So they're dialed in. They're really feeling good about themselves.
I certainly are. I would love to see the Ducks goal. Here's McClellan. Malcolm To the blue. Anyone fired there by McClellan. McClellan will get another shot here. One time fired away. Carson had to pat it away in the end. Had a bit of heat on it. Malcolm sends it forward. And deflected. Novartis uses the board to send that forward. Great work here. Del Basso has been super impressive. Unfortunately, that one goes back to the neutral zone. Del Basso looking to dump it. Cameron has to contend with it. Salmon's right on the tail of Cameron. Forces an error. Now they'll go forward here. Messina behind the net. Bailey got across and made it tough. The puck makes its way out over the board and onto the bench. We'll get a restart in play.
There's a rare opportunity for the Ducks as well. They just couldn't get onto that stretch pass, or else it would have been a 2-0 against Vu. I think it was Yates who was trying to track it down.
I'll restart that one. Tough face off this one. Going to sit here for Bailey, who clears it out of there. Aka helps it on its way. Del Basso looking to break away. Scala was just onside. Del Basso fired, and Del Basso scores! A brilliant goal. The Inferno went quick, and they put it home.
Well, we've seen these types of goals from Del Basso at this rink. Scored an absolute peach, exactly like this last weekend. Just breaking free, going alone, and just able to find a spot. And has a really good release. And just fires off the stick. And just a little wrist shot, but just enough to beat Carson. And give the Inferno a 4-0 lead. See the replay here. Just a nice wrist shot with speed. Really good release.
And full props to Scala as well, who made the run, which forced Stringer to defend Scala, which left Del Basso open to take the shot, really, because Stringer could have went across the Del Basso, but then all of a sudden Scala would have been open, and that's a dangerous one. So Scala could have quite easily just moseyed on into the attack, but instead went full gas and made it tough for the defense. But you're right, great goal, good release, Doogie. Johnson. Barrington trying. Shot came on net. Here's McKenzie. Malcolm. That one across the face. No good. Johnson. Here for the Ducks. Johnson got it moving. Here's Barrington. On the left-hand side. Into the middle. Inferno just defending a really high line here, making it tough for the Ducks to generate any attack. They dump it on this occasion. The lines will change. Stolen away, wraparound attempt, no pass. Into Del Basso, and it's there, and it's home. Another one for the Inferno. They just put a lot of pressure on, and eventually it cracked. And Scala looks like the goal scorer.
Yeah, second goal of the game for Scala. I think just tracked down a loose puck. Was able to find the back of the net on that far post. Just another great goal from the Perth Inferno. You see on the replay here, they just dump it in, the Inferno. But it's those names again. Del Basso, Scala. You see Scala here, just finds the loose puck on the far post. And I'm not sure if Carson heard a whistle or what happened there, but Scala just played to the whistle and put in the back of the net.
Yeah, it was a tough one. Scala looked to be caught out by something, Doogie. I think you're right there. Play will come all the way back. We'll restart here. So 5-0 now for the Ducks. They've had some encouraging signs, but this is the tough thing too. You travel across the Nullarbor, you're generally doing it on the morning of. So the Ducks would have been up early this morning to get across to Perth, and these late stages in the third period become really tough, especially if you're staring down a deficit. And of course, tomorrow's game doesn't get any easier, but make sure you're tuning in to the AW Network. We'll have the Rush taking on Brisbane in their second game for the Sunday. That was a cracker today. Came down to the wire, so that will be definitely on. And this one here tomorrow as well. So plenty of AW action to come this weekend. Here's Salmons to Scala. Scala drops it back to Salmons. Creative work. Salmons on the half wall. Scala takes over. Great pass laterally. Scala nearly got it back, looking for the hat trick. Shot came across the face. Carson, Salmons applying pressure. Ducks look to work it out of defence here. Magnuson. We're going to restart in play.
Geez, that Scala, Salmons, Del Basso line looking really, really dangerous. Del Basso's got 2 goals so far. Scala 2 goals. Salmons is popping up with 2 assists as well so far in this game. And the Perth Inferno, they're without Michelle Clark-Crumpton too tonight, who's got 28 points, 11 goals, 17 assists in the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League season. So a lot to like for the Inferno.
Yeah, just as you were talking about that number 1 line for the Inferno, MCC came to my mind first. And Del Basso really stepping up, making a case to be on that first line. Doogie, I like it a lot. Tough one there, going into the middle. Of course, Andrew McDougall on special comments today. Great to have you riding along. Wealth of knowledge in this competition. Of course, he runs the page, the Dub Zone, Australia. Great one to follow along, keep up to date with all the news. Make sure you're following that on the Instagram if you haven't already. How can we find that? What's the exact handle, Doogie?
At Dub Zone AUS. So for some graphics and some goal highlights, things like that.
All the up-to-date news. I'll get a lot of my information from that one, I'll have to admit. Coming forward. Couldn't quite in the end, into the middle. Cashin worked it back. Bucks under pressure. Now Scala in the attack. Laying that one out wide. Shot comes. Carson save.
I think if you're the Perth Inferno, I think you're really liking what you're seeing, not only from tonight's game, Todd, but from the back half of this season. They really seem to be getting their game going, really starting to turn the wheels. And we talk about the top line that they have in the scoring power with Scala, Del Basso, Clark-Crumpton, Salmons, the names go on. I think it's those other players too, like Acker and Lily McCullen, really doing sort of the hard grinding work. So things are starting to turn in their favour as we head towards finals.
Well, I definitely agree. And not just this game, but I've noticed as well they've been so much more patient with their build-up and the ability for them to share the puck as well. Some really good passing. They're a dangerous team come finals. Obviously, the Adelaide Rush, we know that their season's been so great, but the Inferno have been really dangerous as well. And then we can't write off the Melbourne Ice. And, of course, Brisbane Lightning on their day, they can cause an upset. And Sydney not too far behind there. And I know we've said it at nauseum almost. This competition can be so close, and anyone on their day can really do some damage. That finals weekend is just getting juicier and juicier by the minute. Salmons was dispossessed. It was a good poke check in the end. Here comes Scala down low. They look to cycle it again. Scala fires. Carson save. Play will restart.
Really good save from Carson. In close, Scala can get plenty of power behind the shot. Just closes the legs and holds onto it. Another thing, Todd, for the Perth Inferno as well is we know Sasha King, who just got named into the Australian women's team, and how talented King is, but having Vu in net tonight, who's looked really, really strong too. So that's just another thing up their sleeve. To have someone backing up King like Vu, who's more than capable of performing in this league.
Yeah, definitely agree. Vu's had a great showing today as Vivian Vu. And the Ducks look to go forward, winding up, taking the shot. Just wasn't on target. Newman out to the top. Mendham sends it in. What a good opportunity here. The Ducks, can they build from it? Messina tried. No way, Blatchford. Carson keeps it alive. Gallagher moved it forward. We're just past the halfway mark here in the third period. Inferno have scored 2 goals in this period. They had 2 in the first and 1 in the second to make up their total of 5. The other side here, Cameron dumps it. Looking to get across there is Yates. Stuck in the corner here. Eventually coming out. Did well was Blatchford. Now on the attack, the Inferno. Lily McClellan battled hard, but didn't end up with it. We're going to whistle here. It's going to be a penalty.
Yeah, I think it could be a slashing call, this one, as we see on the replay here.
So, power play time for the Ducks. Power play opportunities. They've had 2. This will be their 3rd. The most recent one, they did manage a few good shots on net. See if they can do the same here. There's Irvine in defence for the Inferno on the penalty kill. Scala happy to get rid of it. Salmons is going to chase. Salmons is dangerous here, but Carson will get there. Salmons made it tough. That's looking to get rid of it. Carrington. Irvine will get there first. Irvine clearing it. Back here for McClellan. Stolen away. Posick. The half wall. Goes low to Parrington. Out to Cameron. Cameron firing. Almost taken out of midair, but couldn't in the end. Vu had to deal with it. Parrington almost swatted it in. Here's Cameron again, looking to line up. Now finding some space. Cameron can unload here. That one deflected. Rama got it moving out to the top. Back down to Rama. Rama slammed into the board. Penalty it is. A big check there into the board, Doogie.
Yep, so this is a big opportunity now for the Ducks, who are moving the puck around well. We see Cameron here, fires one on net, and it's just Parrington coming through with the stick for the redirect. And so those names again, Todd, the old wise heads of Cameron and Parrington trying to get the Ducks going, but there's a big opportunity now. The Ducks will have a little bit of 5-on-3 and then back onto a 5-on-4.
Here's Ryland. Cycling it across. Down low this time. Vu with a save. Inferno, they'll just look to clear it at any moment possible. So let's have a look at the equation. So McClellan will join us in 10 seconds time. Ryland. Down low. Mendham. McClellan back on the ice. So 4 on 5. Looking to attack. Inferno, they're just happy to just move that puck as deep and as long as possible and let those seconds tick away. 1:17 left in the power play here for the Ducks. Have it on the left-hand side. Back out to the top. Down low into the corner. Bailey got there first for the Inferno. Bailey clearing it. Cameron will get back here. 50 seconds left of the power play for the Ducks. Can they get that elusive goal? It's all going to come down to this. Now into the attacking zone. Looking promising. Shot fired. Vu, glove save. Good shot by Prosic, and a little bit going on between McClellan and Mendham in the background.
Great hands here from Prosic again. Just a nice little wrist shot cutting back in. A left-handed shot, so had to cut back in to fire one away. But Vu was up to the task.
Face-off comes. McClellan wins the puck and moves it out wide. They look to dump it. McClellan picks it up here, but we've got a whistle. And we're going to see a penalty.
You see on the replay here, I think they've called a high sticking call right there. As you see the stick go up.
For those playing along at home, Doogie, that don't know the rule, the stick, what's the parameters on that?
So the stick's gone up. The blade of the stick there, you see on the far side, the Perth Inferno player, blade of the stick's gone straight up into the visor area.
Too high. The Inferno looking to move that one. Cameron has to get back here. So again, the Inferno are going to find themselves short-handed for another 2 more minutes. Rama on the left-hand side. Carson back down to Rama. Good pass from Rama to find Cameron. Cameron looking for some space. Firing. It's contended with Barrington. Barrington goes down. Salmons will have it now, and Salmons has some space. Salmons realizes she's got a lot of space and she's going to attack into the attacking zone. Salmons couldn't quite. Good defense from Cameron. So 1:10 left for the power play here for the Ducks. They've had 3 consecutive penalties against, and at one moment it was 5 on 3. But for the majority of this, it's been 5 on 4. Will look to be cleared away. Moved across laterally. Cut off there by Cashin. Here's Scala in the attacking zone. Stopping, waiting. Sending it low. Cameron's going to get there for the Ducks. 40 seconds left now for the power play for the Ducks. And one thing I've been impressed with is their shot count. They've started to amass them. The shot tally at the moment, 33 to 22. Only 11 shots different. At one point, it was as high as 21 to 6 or 14 to 6, sorry, apologies. Down behind the net. Here's Cameron. Yates helped to Cashin. Inferno looking to clear it. Only 5 seconds left. Back to even numbers. 3.25 minutes left in the period. Acker chipping in, Cashin fighting for it. Cameron comes in and says, I'll take it. Tries to get rid of it. Cashin's got to get across here. They help it along. Going to sit here for the Inferno. Trying to fish that one through. It's there. Is it on the line? Finally, Carson. How did she save that? Carson again with no stick. No glove as well. Carson with the bare hand trying to pick the puck up. Unbelievable stuff by Carson.
Well, the puck was just sitting there in the blue paint, and it was Ferguson. Ashley Ferguson had the wide open net, just couldn't find the puck, couldn't put it home, and it gave Carson enough time to stretch out with the right pad. You see here, Acker finds some space, fires it on. The puck rolls to the back post, hits the post. It's sitting there. Carson somehow gets the right pad, and with no glove, Todd, you called it, no glove, picks up the puck in the blue paint.
Courageous stuff by Carson, and great work to get the pad across too to save that. I'll tell you what, even though there's been 5 goals scored, you know, Carson's had a game, almost been one of the best on the ice, and you don't say that often after a 5-0 result, but geez, there's been some impressive highlights for Carson. I reckon you got to clip a few of those up, Doogie, for the internet this week. Magnuson to clear that away. Ducks in the neutral zone. Inferno drop it. Going to come back here. Ducks have got 2 minutes to get one. Let's see if they can. I reckon everyone in the competition's cheering for them at the moment. On the outer side, Johnson will get there. Tough work. Cena sends it forward. Mendham gets across. Rammer tried. Salmon's working across there for the Inferno, but the puck makes its way over. I think it joined the scorers' fraternity almost. Let's see if it did there. There it is there. And the scorer's giving it back.
I was just going to say, I wonder if they keep that as a souvenir. They have to give it back.
Yeah, you get to keep that one. First time the Ducks head west, it would be worth a bit. Down low, Scala has it now. Shot through, Carson saves. Pro-6 sending it forward. Ducks on the attack now through Parrington. Parrington just getting that pass through. Rammer on the battle here against Webb. Sits out here. Gallagher kept it ahead of the blue line. The puck was trapped. It wasn't going anywhere. We'll stop and restart. A minute left in this game.
And you mentioned the shot count earlier. To see this Scala chance where Carson got down, good pad save, dropped down to the knees. The shot count is quite even in this period, so it's been a really good period and strong finish from the Ducks despite the scoreline.
One goes out wide. To the middle. Trying to get it forward was Malcolm. It's going to be iced. It's going to come all the way back. An opportunity here for the Inferno.
It's been a really good defensive display from the Inferno as well, Todd. If you look at the Ducks, they're just trying to drive forward and get some clean entries, and the Inferno defenders through the neutral zone and on their blue line just positioning themselves well and just stopping any sort of clean entries from the Ducks.
Tough one here in the corner. Malcolm. Out to the blue. Shot. Goes behind the net. McClellan. Down low to McKenzie. Tried to go back. Parrington away now. Parrington with an opportunity. Neutral zone. Parrington getting the pass through. Again, just a tough moment. Good defense by the Inferno. I'll play hard all the way down to the dying stages, but that's going to be it. It's the Perth Inferno 5. The Ducks unfortunately didn't score. It was a solid and steady win from the Inferno at home.
Really good display as they go and hug Vivian Vu, who's limited opportunities with King playing so well this season in the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League. Gets the start, gets the shutout. So it's got to feel really good for Vu and the Inferno to know that they've got a really strong, capable backup. Really well played for the Inferno. For the Ducks, they played well. After the initial scare in the first sort of 5 to 10 minutes of the first period, I think things evened out despite the scoreline, Todd. And there's a lot to like. I was really... Gallagher, Jack Witts, Parrington, Cameron, they're sort of the players that stood out for me. And obviously Janelle Carson in net. But I think across these exhibition games, just going up to Brisbane now, across to Perth in a home series as well, It's been really good for the Ducks. They're well supported at Ice HQ, and they showed themselves tonight as well, despite the scoreline, that they can hang with the teams in the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League.
No, I agree with you, Doogie. They're definitely going to be a team that's going to add to this competition. Definitely going to be healthy for the comp. We're just seeing a few of these goals here. Talk us through a few of these, Doogie.
Well, just Salmons with speed. We've seen it time and time again. You give Salmons time and space, able to just get the wheels going, and probably one of the quicker players in the competition, just able to deke her way through, cut in, and go backhand and finish 5-hole. Really good finish. And Del Basso, one to watch since coming into the competition, has really opened up another avenue for the Inferno to score as well, and just a real snipe there from Del Basso. So a really exciting player for the Inferno.
And of course, our point scorers for the game, Doogie, there was plenty for the Inferno. How did that fare in the end?
There was plenty, and there's the usual suspects as well for the Perth Inferno, which we mentioned throughout the call. So Del Basso with 3 points, 2 goals, 1 assist. Salmons picked up a goal, 2 assists. Scala, 2 goals, 1 assist for 3 points. And Lily McClellan, Irvine, and Bailey and Magnuson all picking up assists as well to finish with a point as well. So a really good outing for the Perth Inferno. Exactly what the coaching staff would have wanted, I think, coming into this one, as they get set for, I think they play the Brisbane Lightning for their last games of the regular season, and they get set for a big finals campaign in Melbourne.
They certainly do. Plenty of hockey action coming up tomorrow. Make sure you're tuning in for the Adelaide Rush taking on the Brisbane Lightning. And, of course, this game in the second leg on the Sunday. My name's been Todd Morris. It's Andrew McDougall with me. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's been a pleasure having you right along with us. And it's good night from us. Until next time.
This broadcast is powered by Sportscast Australia.